We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Philadelphia Eagles. Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Get it! Hurt! Hurt! Right there, hurt! Check, Panther!
Boston Scott, his first carry. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Ready! Check, hurt!
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Though certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Another run here with Sanders. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right, the social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Mixon. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
This goes out wide from Nixon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
On third down, they turn to Sanders. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. Back to throw here. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
11 Thomas.
Mixon with a first down carry. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
Again, it's Mixon. And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 17-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon.
12, 11, 11.
They'll give it to him again. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
3rd and goal, Burrow. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they work this out past the 25.
Hey, check that.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Come on.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. They find some open field here. The 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And a call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says. Hurts will throw. Complete at the 1. And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, 1 up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Burrow will throw. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to get the football back at their own 17.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
He's going deep for Brown. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had 1st-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You called that pick in early, and it shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Oh, it looked like the Eagles got this back. Yes, Philadelphia football. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
On the carry, this is Scott. And some space here. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for two here, he says. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So they try for two, successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
I'm fine, ready?
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Pushes him over. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
11 Thomas. 11 MT. Hey. 12. 12.
First down. Here's Burrow. And that one complete once again to Higgins. Touchdown. It's T. Higgins with a touchdown pass from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals are back within a score.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
11 Thomas.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 87 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Scott. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. They'll run with Scott. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. And the tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. As Sanders there with a first down carry that might have gotten a yard, if that. Second down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Sanders. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now Sanders. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Bengals will get the football back.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. A big opportunity to tie it with 3 or take the lead with a touchdown. Their defense definitely did their part with that pivotal 4th down stop. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's got room. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bengals use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Charles, they had 6 DBs out there. They were thinking pass. They surprised him with a long run.
I wonder if they saw that and just checked to it. Maybe had an audible and said, you know something, against 6 defensive backs, let's run the football. Let's get our big guys downfield and match up with the littler guys and see if we can create some space. And not only did they create space, they created a path all the way to the end zone.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Another run with Sanders. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. Finding room at midfield, and he'll be brought down at the 27. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. They'll look to throw. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Gun. Shot.
Now it's Mixon running right. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
On 1, ready?
2nd and 7. Burrow on play action. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Here we go.
Well, look at this, a tight end carry. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
On 1, ready?
The carry here for the big tight end. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
11-90.
Here's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. To throw, Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by James Bradbury. It's a foot race. He's at the